Hi traders, this is Andrew and I just want to show you an example of what the bullish base pattern looks like. We're currently looking at the daily chart where we want to identify key levels of support and resistance. So if we have a look at this last swing up on the daily from this low up to this high, and we take our Fibonacci retracement tool and draw it from the low to the high, you can see price is currently sitting around that 886 Fibonacci level. If we now take a horizontal line and we just drop it down towards that 886 level, you see this base right here, that last bearish candle before price moved out of this area to the upside. Pay very close attention to that area. If we have a look at the smaller time frame, let's just move to the 4-hour chart here. I'll show you what this looks like. So there's the move right there from the low up to the high. There's the 886 Fibonacci level, and look at this clean area. Support breaks below, becomes resistance, and then we take a big leg to the upside. So a very key area of support right there, and you can see price taking a big leg down to that area. So what you want to do once you've identified these key higher time frame levels is go to your smaller time frame to look for a potential pattern. So if we have a look at the 5-minute chart, currently looking at this level right here, so I'm going to get rid of this eclipse. So having a look at this area right here, you can see how prices moved down to this key area from that daily chart. And just have a look at this area right here. We have a very nice clean dealing level. Support in here, closes below the level, becomes resistance. So what I'm looking for with this pattern is for price to actually commit above this range or this base, and then look for a possible buy opportunity. So you can see we've now had 5-minute commitment above the level, so we have support in here acting as resistance, and now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a retest of this area as support for a possible buy. Remember, my bias is long because the daily chart or 4-hour chart has that key area of support. Now in terms of getting in on this area, you can just use a market order, and we're looking for an entry around the 5500 area and the round number, with a stop loss just below the low, so about 15 pips of risk. But our target is going to be on a higher time frame. So if we just have a look at the hourly chart, targets, you can see we've got some areas of support and resistance in here. Just move this down. We've got an area in around this area, support in here, support, breaks through, becomes resistance, spikes this through here again. So on that 5620 area, looks like a good place on the higher time frame. So let's just have a look at this area right here. So what we're looking for is a retest to buy on. Okay, so there's your retest right there. Now you can enter on a limit order if you want to. You can see price moves back into the area, gives us another opportunity. Entering on a limit order is ideally best, but we're just going to enter on a market. So we're going to buy it with a 15 pip stop just below the low, and the target, I'm going to target up 5624, so it's about 120 pips for 15 pips of risk. So we're currently long. Just move it forward. You don't need to stop much more below the low here, because if that gets taken out, the pattern is no longer valid. We're just shifting this forward now, and now we're starting to slowly break to the upside. Be careful of not moving the stop too aggressively on these sort of trades. See, slowly moving around here again. You need to sit in this trade for quite a while. Just be very patient. The price is on to grind high. You can see higher highs, higher lows, and what I want to do is I want to put a take profit in on this at 56 24 area. That's from the hourly chart that we've identified. I'm just going to move now to the hourly chart and move this forward just to speed up the video. So if you understand what the base pattern looks like, you can see we've got another similar setup here, trading a range, and then it comes back and retests the range on the hourly. So similar sort of thing happening on that 5 minute. You can see now we're starting to move to the upside, and the target's now being hit. Okay, so if we have a look at the trade, we've got 120 pips for initial risk of 15 pips on that trade. Let me just show you that on the 5 minute once again. So this is the bullish base found at a higher time frame key level. You can see we trade in a range, support becoming resistance, commits above. As it comes back, you look to enter long with a stop below the low, and you target your higher time frame for your profits. Hope you found that helpful.